Well, hello there. If I could show you how to exercise in the same amount of time, but burn more calories while you're exercising, burn more calories when your exercise is done, find it more enjoyable and more challenging, could I get you excited about exercising? This is your biggest supporter, Mark Delaney, and today I'm going to give you 3 tips to make your exercise more efficient, effective, challenging, and enjoyable. So for the first tip, you need a stopwatch. You need a way to keep track of the number of minutes that you are going to go out and do aerobic exercising. So I look out my window every day and I see people jogging or walking up and down the street. They look bored, they look unchallenged, they look like it's drudgery. You just got to get it done because you know you got to exercise. Well, we're going to fix that for you. So with your stopwatch, I want you to imagine, or I want you to do a 28-minute exercise cardio routine. Now you can do this by walking, running, bike riding, treadmill. You can do it rowing, any exercise you want that's basically cardio. You're going to do it using this new timed interval training method. So from now on, I don't want you to think of it as exercise. I don't want you to think of it as I'm going to go and jog. I want you to think of it as training. You're in training for old age. How's that sound? So first off, I have to say that you are not to start exercising without consulting your medical professional. Your doctor, your medical professional, make sure you get their approval that your heart, your lungs, and your body are okay to exercise. Once that's done, then we can start the exercise program. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your stopwatch. Now, I have a watch that I wear on my wrist that has a stopwatch built into it. If you want to put it around here, if you get one that really works well, if it beeps every minute for you, but you're going to get a stopwatch and you're going to exercise for 28 minutes with a 2-minute cool down at the end for a total of 30 minutes. So you hit start on the stopwatch and you begin your exercise by moving at a steady, moderate pace, about a 6 to a 6.5. It's a pace that you could do the entire 28 minutes if you had to. So you're going to do that from minute 000 to 5:59. That's exactly 6 minutes of working at that moderate pace. That's going to serve a purpose of getting you to warm up a little bit and, test the conditions. So that's going to get you started. When the clock strikes the 6-minute mark, you're going to basically do what I call a sprint. But what it really is you're going to move as fast as you can possibly move for 1 minute to get your heart rate up, get your lungs pounding, whether or not you walk at a brisk pace, whether you can jog, whether you sprint, whether you ride the bike faster, whatever it is, you're going to do it for 1 minute to really, really get yourself out of breath and have your heart pumping. In essence, you couldn't go any further. You're at a level 9, 9.5. You couldn't go any further. When the minute's over, you just basically, you're definitely ready to stop. So from 0 to 5 minutes and 59 seconds, you're going to go at a steady, moderate pace, about a 6 to a 6.5. From minute 6 to minute 7, you're going to sprint or you're going to get that heart rate up. And then when the clock strikes the 7th minute mark, you're going to do what I call recover. And when you recover, you're going to walk or move at a level 3 pace. And basically, for 1 minute, you're going to recover. You're going to take deep breaths. You're going to be out of breath. You're going to recover so you can do the whole thing over again. Except now every exercise is 1 minute long. So you're going to repeat again and again and again. You're going to moderate pace, about a 6 to a 6.5. You're going to do the sprint or the interval where you're going to go at a level 9 and then you're going to recover. And then you're going to repeat and repeat until the clock hits the 28-minute mark. When it hits the 28-minute mark, that's when you really, really recover for 2 minutes. And then for 30 minutes, you've just done a really good cardio workout that will burn more calories and it'll burn more calories even after you stop exercising. That's what the research indicates about interval training. And that's why that's the first tip I want to give you in this video. The second tip that I want to give you is a little bit of biology, and that is muscle burns fat. Not only does muscle look good, does it make you stronger, not only does it change the shape of your body, but the more muscle you have, the more fat you burn. So I don't want you doing cardio every day, even the cardio I just taught you through the interval training. I want you to do resistance training. And whether you use free weights, a Nautilus machine, whether you use your body weight to do push-ups or other types of exercise, I want you to do a day of cardio and a day of resistance training to build muscle, because muscle will burn more fat. That's the second tip. The third tip, and the one that I use a lot, is what I call cross training or mix training, where you do a cardio exercise and you mix it with resistance training. So I might do something like, I might run in place for a minute, right? And then I'll jump down on the ground and I'll do push-ups for 30 seconds or a minute or however long I want to do. Then I'll get up and I'll do jumping jacks. So we do jumping jacks. And then maybe I'll do chin-ups. So I'm pulling my body weight up. And then, I'll do some other exercise. There's tons of cardio exercises you can do, and there's tons of resistance exercises you can do without any weights. But don't get me wrong, weights come in handy. So the idea is to do everything at once. Get your cardio in and get your resistance, and therefore you're killing two birds with one stone. But those are the three tips I wanted to give you today. Interval training, mixed cardio with 1 day of cardio with 1 day of resistance training, and then doing it all in one 30-minute rotation by doing the cardio training mixed in with resistance training, all in one exercise routine. And what you'll find by doing these three things is that you will get better results, you will enjoy it more, and you will challenge yourself to do better every day. When I talked about the interval training, if you just chose to do cardio, what I love to do is at the end of 28 minutes, see how far I've run. Because tomorrow or 2 days from now, when I do it again, I want to go even further. And that gives me a challenge, something to look forward to. And what I've done with that interval training is I've been able to increase my recovery time or decrease my recovery time, so I recover faster. I've been able to run a lot further. I look forward to the run. I'm challenged by the run, and I believe that it helps to keep me in great shape and relatively slim. Because I love food, but we'll talk about that in another video. So that's your lesson for today. Interval training, mixing 1 day of cardio with 1 day of resistance, or tip number 3, just do all in 1 day. Do a little bit of cardio and then resistance train, more cardio, resistance train, all in one routine. This is your biggest supporter, Mark Delaney. I'll see you in the next lesson. Until then, none of this matters if you don't go out and do it. So go exercise, okay?